And he's out of bounds at the 45-yard line. They'll take that every time. Great field position to begin this drive.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Let's go. Go.
Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
79 Broncos.
Nix with it on first. Buying some time right. This finds Franklin. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Broncos will have a first down.
Cup 19. Cup 19. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Check out.
Here's Nix to throw. That's incomplete left side.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Let's go now. Hut, hut.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
Go trap. Go trap. Hut.
They stay on the ground with Williams. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. Gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have first and goal.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Hold the ready.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal.
Pioneer. Dragon 60. Ready.
Nix from the gun. On the move, headed right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Set. Mustang 19. Ready.
Give to Williams from the gun. And he got there to make the stop at the line of scrimmage. The timeout now, staff out to attend to an injured player, and that's Javonte Williams shaken up. And we know he's dealt with a big injury before. Hopefully nothing serious this time.
Set.
Third and goal, here's Nix. Hubbard hauls it in. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Will Lutz getting the call on fourth down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Bertolet able to knock it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now the first carry of the game for Ramondre Stevenson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They go play action here. It's taken in by Kendrick Moore. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. That's the rookie from Texas A&M who took him down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Back to the well again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Back-to-back carries here. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Brandon Jones up for the stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
2nd and 4. That's taken in by Wangu. And he gets this forward to the 19. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
This is Stevenson heading right. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Well, one defender failed. Well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Dobbs. And the defender comes away with it. Pat Surtain has it.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Go.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Check Bobcat. Check Bobcat.
Nix off the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. Connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. Right side, Shaheed's got it. On the move, past the 40. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
First down, ball at the 36. Out of the gun, it's Nix. That one's complete, right side. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Hurt. Right there.
On second down, it's Hubbard. And he'll go down here at the 16. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos parlay the interception into points. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. His return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That's complete to Darius Slayton. It's a 31-yard play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Here's a handoff up the gut. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Finds his man, Gray. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. They're going play action. He rolls to his right. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Broncos take over on his 5th interception of the season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
It's Nix out of the pistol. Nice loft on that one, but it falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Here's Hubbard on the give. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Tackle made by Juwan Bentley.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And the Patriots in the nickel for this 3rd down call.
60 Maverick.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Trap 60.
Up the middle, Hubbard. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Kyle Duggar hauling him down. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
19 Lions.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Connects with Hubbard. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a 1st down.
Cougar 19. 7 Pirates. Hurt.
1st and 10, it's Hubbard. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
70 range. Go.
Nix now to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Set. Ready.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Simple dive up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Another carry for him. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They give it to him again, and he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Patriots punt team coming out with former 6th-rounder Bryce Behringer to do the honors. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Broncos get set to take over. And 2:01 on the clock. This is going to take us inside the 2-minute warning.
Ready? Warrior 70. Ready.
This drive will begin with Hubbard. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. And it's the Broncos with a 2nd and 7.
Buffalo 18. Here we go. Set. 79 Broncos. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready.
From the 31. They left him wide open. It's complete. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden, we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone.
Here we go. Here we go. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And he's brought down for a loss. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Hurt. Go. 18 Pioneer. Go.
They run again with Hubbard. Jukes out a one-stop. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Throwing here, Nix. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos grow their lead just before halftime. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct? Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touchdown upheld upon review. Lutz there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos bump the lead up to 13 points. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Track 60. Let's go.
Throwing now from the gun. Looking for a target. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing his Doms. Complete out to the right. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Patriots trying to hustle everyone up to the line. Here's Dobbs now. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Broncos get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie, right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Let's go now.
Counterplay, Hubbard. Oh, he trucked that defender. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, you get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Ready. Ready.
Working inside the red zone. Touchdown, Denver! And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos push the lead to 20. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. He's stopped on the return at the 27. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive. looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's out of bounds after pushing just past the 40. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a New England first down. Back to throw, Dobbs. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now the offense going to take its third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
He's on the move. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Offense in the hurry up here.
19, try, 19, let's take 19.
So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Ready? Take go.
Dobbs. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Here we go, set.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's to his running back, Antonio Gibson. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Patriots will have a first down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
In a good spot here, second and inches. From the 39. And it looks great flying through the air, Bronk, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Stevenson gets it on third down. And they bring him down around the 34. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. Now it's Dobbs. Completes this one to Gray. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Now there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Second and 3 now. From the 27. Has him on the quick hitter. Has some room to work. And he's into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots cut into the lead coming out of halftime. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer? Nobody.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Shaheed now to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Ready? Hawk 70. Ready?
Hubbard trying this up the gut. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. All the way. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos push their lead further to start the half. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
They'll try it on the ground. And he's into the end zone again. So he gets them the big play touchdown, and then they reward him with a chance to add on 2 more. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Caught, nice gain left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
On target to his man, Polk. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 41. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Dobbs. Searches from the pocket. Finds his man, Gray. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. He finds Slayton. And he's into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots shrinking the lead some in the third. Here's Sly to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Patriots get it back to a 14-point game. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Shaheed now to return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. Gets this one to Shaheed. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that out, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Here's a give to Hubbard. Juke the defender. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Nix with it on 1st. He's trying to push the field. And he's there to send that one away incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Here we go, set.
Handoff running left, Hubbard. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll get this down to the 23-yard line before they stop him. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
And they send a man in motion. They'll run it for the first time with Audric Estime. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
Viking 18.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Street!
Trying to get outside with Hubbard. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Let's go!
3rd and 4 coming up now.
Go!
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. It's a gain of 4. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Look, you know, I'm always trying to be positive, partner. You take away the ending, it was a great drive. Everything they were hoping for, but all that work and effort, it's gone.
And all that people are going to remember is that ending, Kate. That's all that unfortunately matters for this offense.
Hey, check that. Street! Ready!
Motioning him from the slot right. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 19. Complete, it's Bourne. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Patriots with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. They'll come up 1st and 10. Throwing his Dobbs. Hauled in by Gray. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, New England.
Here's Dobbs now. Connects with Slayton. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. 16 yards on the play. And that's a New England 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Looking to throw, Dobbs. Wangu on the catch. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Stick. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
Catch is made down the right sideline.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Here we go, set. Go, Lee, go. Check go.
Now it's a bootleg for him. Headed out right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive gain, but a big one as they get the first.
Trust. Kate, it is such a big part of playing the quarterback position. Yeah, you got to trust you can make the right reads in the passing game, but sometimes these little runs that just get that first down, it gains further equity, further trust with your play caller, and most importantly, gives you a first down for the offense.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least you didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Doms. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw, Dobbs. That's caught for the first. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Give them about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Set.
Working inside the red zone. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
You know, we do enough of these games, Kate, and I am a big fan of creativity. And the QBs today are some of the best to ever do it. That's a situation where you got to know on first down, it's not time to be creative, especially if you feel the heat coming defensively. Just find a way to throw that sucker in the first row.
And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Now it's Dobbs. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Red zone defense, it is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away, that is a gold star effort by the defense.
Let's go now. Ready?
This is Hubbard running left. And he's tackled for a short gain. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
60 Bobcat. Check go.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Completed over the middle. And they bring him down here at about the 13-yard line. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Nix from the gun. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And the Pats will take over. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And they pick him off again. And the Broncos are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
I don't know how many you could have next to you, Kate, that have been in this spot before, okay? I have thrown 5 interceptions in the game, and it happened to be our rivalry game back in college. It was one of the most humbling, horrific experiences of my life. Please, Coach, take this player out. We do not need to see another interception added to his ledger.
Up the middle, Hubbard. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Hubbard again. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
All set up now for 1st and 10. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Broncos getting ready to celebrate a 9-0 start. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Oh, they're looking option, headed left side. Good running here. He's across the 15. And he's finally taken down at the 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, well, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did, tote the ball himself for a big run.
There we go.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down.
Go.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
Here we go.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So to the side of many mile-high salutes throughout the building. It's a win at home for the Broncos. And this is exactly how they wanted to go into that bye week, partner, with a victory and some positives to build on in that nice